Have you ever wondered why it's so hard to sleep at night? Why do I spend the whole night tossing and turning even though I'm really tired? Don't worry, you're not alone. Everyone occasionally has a night like this. New beneficiaries are actually very likely to have trouble sleeping when they enter the program. This video is going to explain to you what's going on with the sleepless nights and give you a great trick to fix the problem. Think about this. When you first come into the program, things are usually not going great. You may have regrets about recent behaviors, guilt about how things went wrong, worries about what may come next. This isn't anything to worry about. Actually, it's pretty normal. First, let's talk about how your brain works. Your brain, it turns out, is terrible at keeping lists of things to do. It's not really made for that. For instance, let's say that you need to pick up milk at the store. Your brain says, okay, I won't forget that. Then it puts it on a hamster wheel and keeps bringing it around to the front of your attention again and again and again until you get the milk. It's not too distracting if that's the only thing on your list. Now let's say you also need to get some stamps from the post office. Now that's on a hamster wheel. Still not too bad with two wheels going. Don't forget to get the milk. Don't forget to get some stamps. Don't forget to get the milk. Don't forget to get some stamps. Let's add make an appointment to get a new ID, another wheel. Now things are getting a little noisy. Don't forget to get the milk. Don't forget to get the stamps. Don't forget to get a new ID. And on and on. Here's something from a great book called Getting Things Done by David Allen. In the book, David says that our brains aren't for keeping to-do lists. Our brains are actually made for being creative. Songs, poems, clever comebacks, creative solutions, that kind of stuff. We get in the way of that by keeping too many hamster wheels going. David says the best way to get rid of all that clutter is to write out a to-do list. When we do this, we trick our brains. Our brains think there's no way to forget this because it's written down. So, what does that have to do with not being able to sleep? Well, it turns out that our brains categorize things like regrets, guilt, worries, and unresolved feelings as, you guessed it, to-do items, or things that need to be taken care of. In the same way that our brains would put don't forget to buy milk on a hamster wheel, it puts I wonder if the police are looking for me, and I can't believe she said that, or what's going to happen to me now on the hamster wheel. Some of these things go on big noisy hamster wheels. So, next time you find yourself tossing and turning, ask, am I thinking about things? If you're thinking about things, get a piece of paper and a pen and start making a list of all the things you're thinking about. You don't have to show this to anyone. It's just between you and your brain. Once you've done that, think really hard to make sure you didn't forget to include anything. Then put the paper away and lay back down. You may be surprised to see how fast you fall asleep. Try it. I still have to do this trick sometimes. I'll find myself tossing and turning at 2 o'clock in the morning, thinking about things from the day. When I do, I remind myself about writing things down. I get out of bed and send myself an email listing everything that's going on in my mind, including feelings. I go back to bed and fall right to sleep. Sometimes I don't fall right to sleep. Then I get back up and I send myself another email with whatever else came to mind. You know, the great news is this doesn't just work with sleeping and to-do lists. It also works when you're feeling stressed out. You just need to sit for a minute and say, what's bugging me? And then write it down, and your brain will let it go.